Well, hello, welcome back. It's Chelsea. Chelsea clearly here on the channel on Football Manager 21, and we are back for 2 games of Premier League action today. Yes, 2 games coming up. First of all, Bournemouth at home, and then Manchester United away from home. More on that in a second, but I think Bournemouth, good team to play against. Last season, we drew the home game 0-0. I think with our new attacking output, hopefully, if we can get a win today, this is the kind of game we need to be winning. The points we dropped in games like this were what cost us the title last year, and Man United always a good marker if we can get a result there as well. But we have played 2 league games so far after last time's penalty shootout win in the Community Shield. Aston Villa and Leeds, both games you'd expect us to win, and both games that we did, but it was nearly not that. Aston Villa game, it was a 1-0 win, but goodness me, we made life difficult for ourselves. Can we make this bigger? I have never seen anything like this in my entire time playing FM. Thank God we won the game, otherwise something would be being chucked out of the window. Aston Villa, XG, non-existent. They didn't have a single shot at all in the entire game. 38 possession for them as well. We 29 shots, 9 on target, but 4.10 XG. 4.10. That's the highest I have ever seen from any match we've played in the entire game this year. Even games where we have actually scored 5 goals or more, we've never ever had an XG of 4.10. We didn't even have a penalty. Ridiculous. And yet we only scored 1 goal. And we have to watch it because it was ridiculous too. The entire game was an exercise in how not to score, particularly from Erling Haaland. I mean, here, how he's missed that, I don't know. But then Depay hits the post and he luckily gets it in on the second or maybe even third time of asking. But we managed to win, and that is the most important thing. A much improved performance against Leeds United then the following week, and very pleased with the goal scorers. Riccardo Orsolini opening his account. A much improved performance in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net, and the pleasing goal scorers as well. Riccardo Orsolini stooped header for his first in a Chelsea shirt. And then what about this from Erling Haaland? A good tackle from Marie, gets himself up again, goes into the box, waits for the ball from Depay, and opens his account in terms of league goals as well. And then a third to cap things off from Timo Werner, who is going to be probably playing second fiddle this season because he just wasn't good enough last year. But if he can contribute like that, maybe he can be our Olivier Giroud. Now, I mentioned the second game we are playing Manchester United away from home. Obviously, we've had issues in previous seasons whereby we've been playing the same teams like twice really close together for some reason. It was a bit strange. But this year, while there seems to be a different issue, we're playing Man United away from home today. We're also going to be playing them away from home in April as well. We're not playing them at home. Both of our games are away from home. And it's not just them. It seems to be affecting, coincidentally, other top 6 teams as well. Now, the benefit is we are playing Manchester City and Tottenham at home twice, which, yeah, that's fine. But we're also playing, as well as Man United, we're playing Arsenal away from home twice. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pleased we're playing City and Spurs at home twice, but not pleased about the Man United and Arsenal thing. And just some brief transfer news. We've signed Efrain Alvarez on a free transfer from, I think, LA Galaxy. Yes, LA Galaxy. Obviously, he can't get a work permit, so we've just loaned him to Chivas for the season and will almost certainly never play for us, but we can probably, hopefully, make a bit of money on him. And I was slightly concerned about our goalkeeper depth, so we've just signed Alex McCarthy from Southampton for £300,000. Either him or Butland cannot be registered for the Champions League. I'm not sure which one we'll go with, but at least we've got a bit of backup if we need it, if one of them gets injured. Right then, Bournemouth. Can we crush them? Can we break their defensive lines this season and get all 3 points? That's what we're going to try and do. Now, everyone's had a pretty good start to the season. We've done a bit of rotation already for some of the sort of most high-profile positions. Timo Werner, I was going to start him today, but he is injured for a week. I have promised him he will get fair playing time. He's a bit worried he's going to be replaced by Erling Haaland, because he's not an idiot. He is going to be replaced by Erling Haaland. That's why we brought him in, because Werner last season wasn't very good. But I still want to keep him. He came up with some very important goals. But so he seems okay with his playing time at the moment. He would have played today, but he can't. So Haaland's going to be up front. Depay and Orsolini are going to be on the wings. Mason Mount, Mateo Kovacic and Sandro Tonali in midfield. It's Kovacic as well. I promised him more playing time and he's actually done quite well ahead of Kante. So he's going to start for the time being. The defence is as you would expect though. Chilwell, James, Bastoni, Tomori and of course Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal. Much change to the Bournemouth team. They've got Sergio Aguero up front alongside Dominic Solanke, a fearsome combination. I'm sure Jack Cork in there, Marcus Edwards, Cheick Kouyaté at centre back. They've got Cedric, Dominic Livakovic as well. They've got Jamal Lascelles on the bench, but they're starting Kouyaté at centre back. But the performance against Leeds was really, really good. I mean, both the performances have been really good. Just the Aston Villa one was just sort of like crazily unlucky. We should have won about 6-0. And instead we only won 1-0. But can we have another good solid performance here today against a Bournemouth side who caused us issues last year? A good convincing win today would be very nice. Chance early on, Memphis Depay, free kick swung in, Bastoni there for his first of the season. That's how you start a game. That's exactly what we're looking for. Brilliant stuff. Lovely free kick from Depay, swings it in. And well, 3 people go for it. Bastoni gets the final touch. Luckily, no head injury there. Mustn't be complacent though. It's a long ball over the top. Our nemesis. Bastoni though heads it away twice. And Depay can now stretch his legs a little bit. Of course, we've got to be careful of Aguero and Solanke. Solanke, a point to prove against his former club. Kouyaté clears the ball well there. But it ends up coming back to us with Ben Chilwell. Chilwell looking to find a ball in. It's headed away by Kouyaté once again. He's proven me wrong. He's doing well at centre-back there. 2 good headers from him so far. Being very patient in our build-up. Tonali's found Haaland. It's gone back to Orsolini, who cracks it against the post. Very unlucky. Reece James taking a deep free kick now. He's looking for Tomori. And if one centre-back doesn't get you, the other one will. It's been a day of centre-back headers at the moment. 2 for us in terms of goals. First Bastoni, and now his partner at the centre of our defence, Fikayo Tomori. Excellent header from him. 2-0. Bournemouth going long again, trying to find Solanke. But again, Bastoni reads the danger. Calm and collected so far from the Italian. Depay getting a lot of space. I mean, the left-hand side's doing all the work so far. He gives it to Orsolini, who cuts in, goes for the shot, and it's just wide. Bournemouth perhaps not done yet, though. Danjuma gives it to Jefferson Lerma. Good reading from Reece James, though, to cut out the danger. And let's not do anything stupid at the back. Depay, acres of space for him once again. The Dutchman flying down, finds Haaland. Haaland's in. Haaland scores. In that kind of position, he's not going to really miss, is he? Not going to really miss. Devastating counter-attack from us. Great interception from James. The ball to Depay was fantastic. The run from him, they didn't pick him up. Lovely slip ball through. Got a lucky deflection off Mepham, who's unfortunate. But Erling Haaland gets his 3rd of the season. I mean, this is exactly what I was hoping for so far. Very, very dominant performance. 3 goals already. It's not even half time. If we can get a big scoreline, help the old goal difference, that would really sort of that would help out a lot. Given that was the issue last season, lack of goals, failing to break down teams like this. Fantastic move, and what a hit from Mateo Kovacic. Maybe that's the difference. He made such an impact late on last season, coming off the bench. His energy, his runs from deep. I love Kante, but there is a bit more energy from Kovacic, not in terms of necessarily work rate. Obviously, Kante's unparalleled at that, but in terms of sort of more dynamic forward thinkingness, Kovacic is a bit of a better option. He's doing well so far. Right, you fear for Bournemouth. Can they get a goal back? Reece James knocks it away. Federico Rica just keeps it in. Always, that's just such a weird animation. Maybe it's because I have it on such low graphic settings. Sergio Aguero, we've seen nothing of him today. A little pass back to Rica. Lerma slips in Aguero. We've seen nothing of him today, but you give him some space and he will score. 2nd of the season. Sergio Aguero playing for Bournemouth just seems slightly ridiculous, doesn't it? Just seems slightly ridiculous, but he might not be able to run particularly quickly anymore, but he can still finish like that. A fantastic, fantastic goal. Well, no clean sheet today, which I guess the accountants will be happy about, but very good first half performance. Let's keep it up in the second. Don't do anything stupid. That's the main thing. Score more goals, but also avoid the stupidity that we are sometimes capable of. Not been much action in the second half at all. This is the first thing that's happened. Reece James, edge of the box to Depay, who really deserves a goal today, given his excellent all-round contribution. James takes it on himself, though. It's a very, very weak effort in the end. Oh, it's a poor pass out from the Bournemouth defence. Kovacic running through. He's beaten one. Decides to go back to James for some reason. That's not the kind of forward-thinking dynamism I'd like from him. But that was. He slips in Abraham, and it is a save from Livakovic. Well, not quite as many goals as I was hoping for in the second half. Not really anything happened at all. But the job was done in the first. Chelsea 4, Bournemouth 1. That is exactly what we're looking for. Extremely early days, but 9 points from 9, not bad. Lots of other teams around us though, so must not count our chickens. Let's play Manchester United in a few days' time. Right then, Manchester United, some revenge needed against them. They did beat us 3-0 towards the end of last season in a sort of largely meaningless game. Played a fully rotated side, going full strength for this one. No need to change the team at all, I don't think, after the excellent performance we just put in against Bournemouth. Well, Man United, they've added in Frankie de Jong as their main summer purchase, so that's good. Obviously, they've had 2 really good seasons on the game and are up there with ourselves and Liverpool. So, just like real life, really. I think it was careering onwards last year, our main save, where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was just in charge for like nearly 20 years, which is, of course, extremely realistic, I think. First highlight is from ourselves, Memphis Depay, of course, against his former club. Chilwell whips in a ball. It's not gone anywhere apart from Man United, and this is a pretty devastating counter-attack. What a pass that was from Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood to Lautaro Martinez. We managed to get a block in and get it away, but that was pretty devastating. Other than that, it's been a pretty dull start so far, but Rashford has just run into Orsolini, who can't believe his luck. He's found Haaland, lovely give and go between them. Reece James trying to find a bit of room. Tellez with a tackle in. It's still going around. We managed to score. I half thought the referee was going to blow for a penalty. It was a good tackle from Tellez. But Erling Haaland, he's just done the Robbie Keane bow and arrow celebration. Very nice. Let's watch this again. So Tellez makes a good challenge, but it only goes to Orsolini, who squirms it across. And it's a lovely, smart finish from Haaland, who is in the right place at the right time to bamboozle Maguire and Lindelof, which doesn't take much. And we've got the lead. At half-time, Man United are winning in terms of XG, but we're winning in terms of goals. That's the difference. You can see the difference there by having players like Orsolini and Haaland. The quick thinking from both of them has got us a goal. Plenty of football still to be played in the second half, though. Alex Tellez to Bruno Fernandes, James Rodriguez. That was only going to go one way, wasn't it? The position he was in there, the space that we just left him with, that was obviously going to be a goal, wasn't it? I mean, what are we doing? We're normally so strong defensively. What is this? Nobody. There's 3 players there on the edge of the box marking one person. And then Rodriguez is just allowed all the time in the world. He was never going to miss from there. And it could be 2-1 very quickly here. It's headed away. And a potential counter here. Erling Haaland, he's just so tall and so quick as well. Lovely run from the Norwegian. Oh my goodness me, that would have been absolutely incredible. Goal of the season. It didn't go in. It's a flying save from De Gea to keep the scores level. Oh, this game could go either way. Probably going to go against us, knowing how these things usually go. Marcus Rashford, space for him. Lewis Cook off the bench cuts it out, and Haaland heavily involved today. Keeps possession with us. Ben Chilwell needs to be sensible here and not just give it away. He's going for a run. He's still going. He's got past Frankie de Jong just about. Now he's lost out, and now he's very much out of position, and a long ball could cause us issues. Bastoni reads it well. Kovacic to Reece James. No. Reece James is on a 6.3. Luckily Rashford misses, but I was going to bring on Azpilicueta, but I forgot he's not on the bench, so that's an issue. I think, to be honest, I'll take a draw at this point. James with a corner in, looking for Haaland. It's cleared away. Orsolini is scampering to get there, and I'm slightly fearful that as soon as we give the ball away, which probably will, we'll end up going behind. Hudson-Odoi, though, with an excellent chance, and once again, the save from De Gea is amazing. Into injury time. I mean, I feel Man United have probably overall been slightly better, but we have had the best chances, 2 really good chances, which De Gea has saved. And there's still time here. Orsolini's found a bit of room, goes for the strike, and that one was a pretty easy catch for the Spaniard. And he's going to boot this down the field now. And Marcus Rashford's not being marked properly. And Lautaro Martinez has just won the game for Man United. So that's just fun, isn't it? Really, oh God, not again. We've got 1 minute left, and we were looking like we were going to win it, if anything, and we've just completely thrown it away. I mean, we knew this was going to happen, because it always happens. Whenever it doesn't always happen. Just when it does, it's just very devastating. I mean, that was just awful, wasn't it? Awful. Should have gone defensive. Should have dropped the line back, shouldn't we? Should have done that. So that was good. Really good 1-1 draw with Man United there, until we just decided to throw it away right at the very end, 93rd minute. Otherwise, quite a good performance, to be honest. We've actually matched them in terms of shots on target. We've been denied by some great saves from David De Gea. He's got a 7.5 there. I think a draw was a very fair result there. What a shame we didn't get that. I'm not going to... Do I throw the water bottle? I'm not going to throw the water bottle. I'm just going to say I'm not happy with the performance, because it was really bad in the end. Just that final few minutes. It's like you don't want to go defensive and say, oh yeah, we'll just accept a point against Manchester United. You want to try and go for it. You want to try and get a winner. And then that happens. So I suppose at least we can take some comfort from the fact that Man United have already lost twice this season to Spurs and Southampton. Why we couldn't beat them, I don't know. But at least we're not losing points to the teams already above us. No, that was rubbish. Hopefully we can get a good result against them in the home game later on in this season. Oh wait. Right, we're just staying with this because it's the Champions League draw today, and that will kind of give us a guide of where we're going to come back next time. Again, Neymar left PSG on a free transfer, by the way. It's still not been picked up by anyone. Some bids in for him from Lazio and Spurs, who we're playing next. Good stuff. I would sign him, but we don't have any space in the squad. And I just saw what he wanted. He wanted £600,000 a week, which, no. I mean, he just wants to be a star player, wants to win the league, wants to improve the coaching team. We've got the best coaching team in the league, so I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Wants to strengthen the defenders. I mean, maybe after last time we do need to do that. I'm just going to agree to this and just to see what he wants. He only wants 155,000. He wanted 600,000 earlier on in the summer. He's desperate. He needs employment. We're not getting him in. Don't need him. Don't need to upset the dressing room. Right, Champions League draw. Let's have a look at this. And obviously we're not top seeds. We're in pot 2, so we're going to avoid Real Madrid. That's quite good. But Barcelona, PSG, Bayern Munich, they're all in there. I mean, Lokomotiv Moscow would be nice. Let's do pot 1 and see where we end up. Porto, be fine with that. Lokomotiv, yeah, that'll be good. All right, see. We avoid Bayern Munich, which is good. We avoid Lokomotiv, which is bad. PSG or Barcelona, probably. Yep, the PSG, great, fantastic. Is this going to be the worst draw ever? So we're going to end up with, what, Dortmund, probably, or Napoli? Benfica, okay, it could be worse. And then what about pot 4? Let's just get it done. Zoya, okay, from Ukraine. Okay, well that's okay at least. That's okay. We've had some pretty good Champions League draws. That's not the best one. You'd expect us to go through, obviously, but PSG, that's a tough one. Of course, they've lost Neymar now, so maybe they won't be so difficult. Let's see how that's affected the old fixture list. And the immediate thing that's jumping out for next time is going to be Liverpool and PSG, isn't it? I think it's got to be, really. So that will be what we do next time. Hopefully, in the meantime, we will get some more wins and not continue on from this. Although I think that was kind of it was unlucky. We could have dropped the defensive line back, but trying to not be too negative. That was the problem of last season. Wanted to go for it, wanted to get the win, and it didn't work out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe as well, all that good stuff. And I will see you next time for 2 games that we absolutely, definitely are absolutely going to win. Sure, yeah, no doubt.